Or like me, every day is finding you adding to your Christmas wish list or making a brand new one to include those you love this holiday season. Hopefully the shopping is going to be fun for you. It can be especially so when you're shopping our many locally owned businesses. And this morning we are checking in with one of those. Wanda Woodard is bundled up, ready for the cold. She joins us from Alpacas of Greater Tennessee at their new location. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you, Julie. Always good to be on WRCB 3+U. We love you guys.
We have never minded when you were here on a very cold day outside on our porch, Wanda, because when you bring your alpaca gear, it's nice and warm, but not bulky.
Exactly. In fact, I'm wearing an alpaca scarf. It's beautiful. It's as light as a feather, but it's warm. And I have an alpaca hat. You know me and my hats, Julie.
I am really tickled that we're able to do this remotely because as much fun as it is to have you here with us, this store where you're joining us this morning is a new location for y'all. And as you were kind of taking me on a little bit of a tour a minute ago, it looks like it's so easy to shop. The flow is so nice, and you've got your apparel on one side and then your hats and scarves and toys in kind of another area. But I'm going to let you play tour guide and let us see what a huge inventory you have.
Thank you very much. We are located at 1509 Frederick Street, directly behind Cleveland Utilities, off exit 25. It's going to throw you off because it looks real industrial back here, and it is. But this is a building that we own, and while we're moving to our new Secret Farm location, we've got everything in this store. We're open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays from 11 to 3. Let's take a tour, Julie, shall we?
Yes, and I want to caution people as you're kind of winding us through, you go ahead and begin the tour. But you'll notice it's just rack after rack of all of these beautiful garments that are made from that alpaca wool. And what Wanda has shared before is that they're very careful in how they do this. The alpacas are never hurt. And I think you said that you only do it about once a year that you shear them. Is that right, Wanda?
That is true, just like sheep. But unlike wool, our fabric is 100% lanolin free. It's 100% hypoallergenic. So a lot of people that have allergies to wool and other types of fabrics, they really enjoy alpaca because it's so natural and it doesn't make them itch or scratch.
It's really the kind of thing, you know how you have, if you're lucky enough, you have some things in your closet that as much as you love to wear them, once you do, you're constantly feeling them because they're so soft. That's how this alpaca fiber is.
And alpaca lasts forever. You do have to, you can machine wash it on gentle cycle, and then you can flat dry it just like you would a really good sweater.
So
we have got, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No,
Julie.
you go ahead. You said we've got.
We are loaded, and we have toys. And a lot of people don't think about alpaca with toys, but they're all made of toys. I know you're liking that elephant. And we also have raw yarn. Anyone who crochets or knits, we've got you covered over here.
That's a great idea. And on the toy front, what a fun little stocking stuffer. And if you have somebody who's about to have a baby, it'd be a great thing to have for them because it is just so totally soft and it's all natural.
And and so no one's going to get allergies to it. I want to also tell you that this little tree here was put up and decorated by Paula. She's our new person, and she did such a beautiful job. And she's okay, Julie, let me just put it this way. She's just like me.
Then you're going to have fun when you go shopping if they're both in the building at the same time. Okay, those are your scarves that we're looking at, right, Wanda?
Those are throws. I'm going to move you into the scarf and sock and hat room here in a minute.
Okay. On the sock front then, as you walk us into that room, I will say that those are a great thing too. Again, they're very soft. The fact that they're washable is good. But especially if you know how when you get older, your feet get so cold?
Yes.
They're a great gift to tuck in.
There we are. There's the scarves. They're throughout the store though. We have every color. We have combined colors. We have reversibles, which are very popular. And you talked about last time how you felt about these throws because they're warm but lightweight. Talk about that with the older people.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you mentioned that because when she was here on the porch with us the last time, she did. She had these throws, and even though they're always going to keep you warm, you know how some of them feel almost like a weighted blanket, and sometimes you don't want that. These are very lightweight, but they pack a punch. They're going to keep you nice and warm.
It's amazing how lightweight it is, like that Olivia vest. I mean, it's just, we'll have to call it the Julie vest moving forward.
Oh, I love that thing, the long one that
Yes.
you had. It's beautiful, and there's a lot of fashion-forward items that you're going to have there, so they're functional but beautiful all at the same time. Are y'all, Wanda, do y'all do your own dyeing and everything there too, or do you send it out?
It's all made in Peru. Actually, almost probably 80% of the clothing that's made from alpaca in the world is made down in Peru. They know how to, they've been doing it for thousands of years, and they are the best. And we have our designs. Our designs are Alpaca Life collection. If you notice, looking at the hats, when you see that burgundy tag on anything in our store, it means it's ours. It came from our designs. And then we do carry, and I'm going to move you right over here, because we have our own line of socks, but we carry some other lines of socks that are fabulous. And as we mentioned before, it removes the moisture from your feet. So you can wear the alpaca socks in the dead of winter. And unlike wool, when your feet sweat, the alpaca fiber will absorb that sweat and keep your feet warm. I told you about last time who went fishing in Minnesota, ice fishing, called his son and said, "Where'd you get those socks, son?" I've never had my feet not get cold when I was ice fishing.
And I think all of us this year are a little bit uneasy about what the season's going to look like. If you've typically been an online purchaser, will things get to you in time? So don't fool with that. You can shop our locally owned businesses and kind of take a tour of the area and make sure that Alpacas of Greater Tennessee is a part of your stop on the shopping extravaganza.
Exactly. And we do ship. We'll mail it anywhere in the world. We ship all the time. We'll do FedEx, and we'll do UPS, and we'll do regular parcel post. But the bottom line is you can come to the store right behind Cleveland Utilities at 1509 Frederick Street, and you can walk in here and touch it and feel it. You know, Julie, we were talking about that. You wish you had feel-o-vision.
Right,
so
exactly.
that people could experience how this feels. It's when people touch my hat, they're like, "It's like air." And I said, "I know."
Yep, you have to feel it to believe it.
Now this little guy's got a little hat on. I think he's pretty cute.
Wanda, I'm going to have to let you run, but thank you for the tour.
You're wonderful. I love you guys. And I love WRCB. And you, Julie, are the best. You guys have done so much for our business.
Oh, well.
And I would like to encourage all businesses. I'm serious. If you're a retailer, if you have a service you offer and provide, WRCB 3+U with Julie Edwards is the way to go. Sorry, I had to do an ad for you.
Wow, Wanda. Well, thank you very, very much. But you stay warm. I know you will. You've got the inside scoop on where to go to get the warm goods. And you too can go shop. It's Alpacas of Greater Tennessee. This is their new temporary location on Frederick Street. Before you know it, they'll be back to another location where you can go and enjoy petting the alpacas and seeing them live and in person. You can also find more at alpacalifecollection.com.
You must be here for the Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio.
How did you guess?
Oh, just a hunch.
There's more to love with Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio. The Southern Fried, fan favorite spicy, and new cheesy bacon chicken sandwich, all with fries. Jack's, all about the South.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. Half-inch plywood just $24.50 a sheet. Heat pumps and AC units from $15.75. Don't pay big box prices. But hurry, limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
A winter holiday tradition continues. Channel 3 welcomes Ice on the Landing. Outdoor fun for all ages at the Chattanooga Choo Choo, now through January 30th. For admission, hours, and more, check out iceonthelanding.com.
You'll deliver my car back to me after you're done?
Mom, Dad's here.
Every time, Randy. We'll take the Coopers and the free alignment. Honey, go get your father.
A predictable Thanksgiving dinner? Not on my watch. Thanksgiving roulade. I guarantee you everyone's gonna fight over it. Next, Drew.
Weekdays at 3 on Channel 3.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. Save hundreds off freestanding tubs. 2-piece bath shower inserts as low as $5.79. Don't pay big box prices. But hurry, limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
You must be here for the Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio.
How did you guess?
Oh, just a hunch.
There's more to love with Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio, the Southern fried, fan favorite spicy, and new cheesy bacon chicken sandwich, all with fries. Jack's, all about the South.
Stop by any Food City store to donate to our Share Your Christmas food drive.
This is definitely a time of year where you want to be surrounded with the joys of children. And where do you find that more than when they have a chance to sneak a peek at Santa and maybe sit in his lap? Well, this upcoming weekend, you have the chance to enjoy all those joys and some beauty as well, because it is time once again for Christmas at the Farm at Willow Tree Farms, brought to you by the good folks at Ringgold Methodist Church. So happy this morning to have Reverend Nina Jones join us to get us excited about the fun. Nice to see you this morning.
Good to see you too, and it's actually Boynton United Methodist Church, just down the road, sister churches.
My apologies to you, and I'm so glad that you made the clarification for us.
No problem.
But regardless, when you're talking that Ringgold community, you always focus on Willow Tree Farm. That's a treasure of an asset y'all have down there.
Great venue, a great opportunity, a great place to visit and have events, and we just appreciate that we have the opportunity to use that special spot in the community to have a good time during this time as we prepare for Christmas.
So this truly is the church's gift to the community. This is at no cost to anyone, but for 2 hours on Saturday evening, the 27th, you can go and watch your children delight in the thrill of the season.
You've got it. You've got it. We've got all kinds of wonderful things planned. Santa will be there, of course, but we have an inflatable, we have children's crafts, we have snacks, we have a petting zoo, and things for people of all ages. Besides the snacks, we have live music, we have a hayride, and it's just a great time to be able to be together, have fun, prepare. It's this at the end of this holiday weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, but Christmas is just in front of us. And it is, like you said, a time of giving, a time to provide a gift and be together with other people. So we welcome everybody in the community to come be with us, have fun together.
You and I were having a bit of a conversation before we got on camera. You've been a part of the Ringgold community now for, is it 2 years?
Yes, 2.5 years.
So
I was appointed to this church 2.5 years ago and came up from Cartersville, where I had previously been a pastor.
I think that you can find welcoming no matter where you go if you're that kind of a person. But to the viewers watching today, even if you don't live in Ringgold, I would encourage you to still go down for this event, because the folks who are native to that neck of the woods are such welcoming people. They love their hometown and they're happy to share it with others. Don't you find?
I do. That was the one thing, finding this church being such a blessing, because the people in the church and in the community are just gracious, kind people. And Ringgold isn't that far down the road from Chattanooga. So I think once you get on 75 or take a back road, you'll find it's not too hard to get to.
No, it's not far at all, but there is definitely a shift you feel, and it just feels a little bit like nostalgia lives down there.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think it's very fun.
Yeah, they can also visit downtown Ringgold sometime, which is also a great place with little shops and activities going on.
You know, I'm sure it's not a very far throw to suggest that if folks come down for this fun at the farm on Saturday, they might find themselves saying, you know what, these people are kind of nice. Why don't we go try going to church? That kind of is something that a lot of us put aside this crazy last almost 2 years. So will you be having your church services as regularly scheduled?
We do. Right now we're having one church service. We have our services combined during this unusual time of the church and of actually the community and the world. We have one service on 10:30 on Sunday morning at Boynton United Methodist Church, and but we have some special Sundays coming up, of course, with this being a special season. We have a special Monday, special music Sunday on December 12th, where we have a choir cantata, and we have a guest musician coming in. She's a student at Lee University. That'll be a wonderful time. The community is invited to that. And then we also have our Christmas Eve services, and we'll have them at both 5:30 or at 5 o'clock and 11 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And those will include communion and candle lighting and music and worship together. Everyone's invited to those.
And I guess, too, to throw it out there as we're in this Thanksgiving week where we should be looking at all the blessings that are there in our lives, do you find in your years as a pastor, I know you were a nurse practitioner for a number of years at Emory, do you find that the more you look to those who might be hurting, the more you discover the blessings you have to share with others?
I think that's definitely true. I worked with sick babies and with their families when I was a nurse practitioner, and seeing the struggles and the challenges and the hurt and the waiting, but finding blessings even in that as people gather around folks, as babies recover, as sometimes miracles happen. It's a wonderful thing to see in the medical community, but then also to come to a church and see that thing continue to happen where people are blessed in ways that they don't expect. And I think that's one of the things that helps us look towards the future with hope, is being able to look to our past and see and count and number the blessings that we have. And especially in this Thanksgiving week, I think that's a really important thing for us to look back and count our blessings and know that we don't know what the future holds. We know who holds the future, and we know that we can step out in a sure-footed way to be ready for the next day.
Well, it is a pleasure to talk to you this morning. I hope you have a huge turnout, so much that you run out of hot chocolate.
Well, I hope we don't run out of hot chocolate. I hope we have plenty for everyone, and that's what we're planning on. We welcome everybody in the community. Thanks for chatting this morning.
It was a pleasure. So you can enjoy Christmas at the farm. Let me correct myself. It's brought to you by the folks at Boynton United Methodist Church, but still down there in Ringgold, 5:30 until 7:30 this Saturday, November 27th. It's free to you. Just come and enjoy. Thanks again, Reverend Jones.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
When you walk in the door